No, bro. Are you crazy? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another MotoVlog. I haven't done one of these in a while. I haven't ridden in a while. Alhamdulillah, finally getting a chance to ride after a long time. I'm actually headed to Jumu'ah. Here in Maryland, in Ramadan, we're doing a special Jumu'ah for the youth, which basically just means that it's a later Jumu'ah. And look, it's not ideal to delay Jumu'ah like this, but you know, they a lot of them are in school and stuff, and by the time they get out, a lot of times they're not able to pray Jumu'ah. So this gives them a chance to, finish school and then come pray Jumu'ah. So hopefully it should be good, inshallah, and I'm gonna keep it nice and short, like the sunnah, like the Jumu'ah should be, and hopefully it goes well, inshallah ta'ala. And I just decided it's a nice day, decided to ride as well. Plus normally I don't know how people would appreciate an imam showing up on a motorcycle. So many taboos, subhanallah. It's hard to keep track of all the taboos, but for the youth, alhamdulillah, I love the youth, so yeah, it should be good, inshallah. See how it goes. So obviously you can't tell, but I'm actually wearing a qamis, and first time riding in a qamis under my jacket, but alhamdulillah, it seems to be going fine, alhamdulillah. It's also interesting when you hear cop cars somewhere, you don't know where it's coming from, or an ambulance. So it's like a chaotic situation. Let's see where this, oh, there it is. There's a cop car. Get out the way, people. It's an emergency. So we're going to be coming up to the Masjid here on the right. You'll see in a second, inshallah, in a minute. Here it is, Bismillah. This is the local Masjid. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Al-Maghrib people, we just finished Jumu'ah here. We're gonna ride out, inshallah, spend some time riding. So one of the things I recommend while you're fasting is, sometimes we just try to kill time and have the day just run out the time of the day. But instead of doing that, find something that you enjoy doing while you're fasting. Yeah, we're going that way? So you don't even know?
If we go down that way, it takes you to like my area, the Masjid. If we go this way, and we'll make a left, it'll be fun, I guess.
Alright. So one of the things I want to talk about today is actually, it was something which I'm sure many of you have thought about, but not a lot of people speak about this issue. And that is the issue of masjid etiquette. Now you're like, what do you mean by masjid etiquette? Well, in Ramadan, one of the things that happens is, a lot of people come to masjid. And so, or I should say, a lot of people who normally don't come to masjid, or I should say don't frequent the masjid, they come to the masjid more often now. So you end up typically, like, the most you see of people is Jumu'ah, right? The masjid's packed out, but you're only with people for like 20 minutes or so, right? 30 minutes, half an hour max. That's it. But now, with Tarawih, you're spending a lot of time with people, hour, 2 hours. And so everyone's little quirks and stuff, you begin to notice all that. So here's some of the things I'm gonna mention that we shouldn't do in the masjid. Yeah, so something not to do with the masjid. Look at this view, mashallah. Beautiful. So, some of the things not to do in the masjid, or some of the things to watch out for. Well, first of all, we have this principle regarding the masjid, and that is that we don't want to do things that like bother people or annoy people or affect their prayer. Right? That's a general principle. So that's why the Prophet ﷺ told us that a person shouldn't come to the masjid with the smell of onions or garlic on their breath, right? And that principle here is, look, don't do something that would, you know, that smell would annoy the person or bother them in their prayer. So likewise, people break their fast, have iftar, has like pakoras and things like that. It's the same concept. So, you know, people burping up and all that. No, bro, are you crazy? What? Right? Right. The bigger problem here is people filling up too much for their iftar. So no matter what you eat, like if you eat too much, you're going to be burping up, and that is not a pleasant thing for the people next to you that have to smell your burps. So that's the first thing. Second thing, feet. Man, people need to be careful with their feet, and what I mean here is foot hygiene. I mean, look, I don't know how it works with the sisters, right? Because obviously I pray on the brothers' side. But brothers, man, like some people don't clip their toenails, like these nasty toenails, and then some brothers trying to do foot to foot with you, and you're like, dude, calm down, man, just calm down. Like, I don't need your toe fungus all up on me. So yeah, either like take care of your feet, like clip your toenails, take care of that, or put some socks on. That is not cool. Number 3, during the prayer. So I've seen this happen a lot. Sometimes when people are praying, they recite their adhkar of prayer, but they do it really loud, and it's like a silent, you know, it's like it's supposed to be a silent thing. You're supposed to, it's something that your lips make the movement, and there may be some puffs of air, but it's not like sound is coming out, right? So there's just a beautiful turn. Yeah, so sometimes people are like Subhana Rabbil A'la, Subhana Rabbil A'la, Subhana Rabbil, and it's like really loud, and the person praying next to you, like they're in sajda, and they're trying to, you know, sajda is a very intimate moment. It's a spiritual moment with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You don't need to hear the person right next to you like being all loud and stuff, especially when people start making dua, you know, like Rabbi ghfirli and so on, and you're like, dude, like that's your dua, like you make it, alhamdulillah, I don't need to hear this. So beautiful. Anyway, I was saying, so yeah, so when people are reciting that out loud, it's good for you, I'm sure, the person doing it, but you know, the people around you, they don't need to be hearing, and it's distracting to the person next to you. I forget what number I'm on. 4, movement during prayer. And I know some people can't help themselves, you know, people, you know, especially in Ramadan, people aren't used to standing in the prayer for so long. So some people like sway, you know, back and forth, and some people, you know, I've seen this happen, people crack their knuckles. But you really have to be aware of the people praying next to you as well. It's very distracting sometimes when somebody's like click, 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 crack, 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 they're cracking their knuckles the whole time. Nice bikers there. And also swaying back and forth. And you know, sometimes there's a domino effect. Because the person sways into you, you hit the person next to you, they hit the person next to them, and they hit the person next to them. And this is all mess. Allah al-Musta'an. Nice horses. I think I'm running out of gas. I need to get some gas soon, inshallah. I hope there's a gas station out here in the sticks. Yeah, so along with that, sometimes people holding mushafs when they're praying. Yeah, so I was saying people are holding mushafs when they're praying tarawih. Look, I don't see I don't think it's, you know, I don't view it as being haram or anything like that to hold a mushaf when you're praying, right? But the issue is do really is that for the people next to you, you know, when you're flipping pages and you're trying to follow along, and you know, sometimes, as I said, you know, some people start reciting out loud. That can be very distracting to people next to you. Also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, if the Quran is recited for you, then listen to it and pay attention. So, yani, when you're reciting for yourself or you're trying to follow something along, then it doesn't, you know, it kind of defeats that whole purpose of listening to the Quran. You know that the Imam in the prayer, إِنَّمَا جُعِلَ الْإِمَامُ لِيُؤْتَمَّ بِهِ, that the Imam is made so that you follow them. And that's why the Imam recites. So, I usually prefer that people don't hold the Mus'haf, don't hold the Quran while they're in prayer. Another thing that is very common, subhanAllah, and this is, you know, more so deals with the Imam, but I can, you know, I'll speak for the Imam here. When the Imam makes a mistake, you know, most masjids out there, the Imam who's leading, they usually have a guy who's standing directly behind them, whose job is to help the Imam if he forgets, or to correct him if he makes a mistake. The problem is all the other people who are trying to flex, and if the Imam makes a mistake and, you know, everybody starts speaking, and that actually confuses the Imam more rather than helping them. And Allah help us when we get to Juz' Amma, the last portion of the Quran where people know more surahs, then everybody's trying to flex, everybody's trying to correct the Imam. Man, this is just a fun ride, alhamdulillah. I'm just going to show you some of the scenery, even if I'm not talking. I want y'all to see this, alhamdulillah, and appreciate the beauty of Allah, the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna Allah jamilun wa yuhibbul jamal. Allah is beautiful and He loves beauty, and we see that beauty reflected in the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well. I don't know how much of this footage is going to end up in the actual vlog, but you know, I want y'all to be able to see what I'm seeing here. When you're fasting, try to get out. You know, sometimes we confine ourselves to the house, and we're just trying to get the day over with. Like, let me just finish fasting, let me just lay in my bed or whatever. We kind of confine ourselves to the house, trying to, you know, looking at the clock, counting down the hours, counting down the minutes. But get out, go outside, and for me, like me saying this, you know, I'm sure if my wife were to hear this, she'd be rolling her eyes, because I'm one of those people. I'm an indoorsy person. I don't like going out too much. But really, when I do go out, I really am like, why didn't I do this before? Why didn't I do more of this? Alhamdulillah. I need gas. Whew. Yeah, come here. Let me look and see how much battery I have. Oh, I think it's almost dead.